Hey buddy, how you doing? Stephen Kuhn. I'm an American war veteran living in Hungary. Yes, I fought for the Americans in Iraq. And I moved to Europe afterwards, where I was stationed and ended up staying here. And I've always been fit. I was in the military. I played football. I'm 51 years old now, and about a year and a half ago, everything stopped working. What I've always done for my body before, right? So I was like, what's going on? So I tried and went on the classic diets, and went on the classic training programs, and I just couldn't shred that fat that actually gained up. So after training for 34 years in 9 countries, and actually as an executive for over 87 health clubs at one time, it was troubling to me that I suddenly didn't have the knowledge anymore on how to change what I've been doing for so long that was working. So this is where Oliver comes in. Ollie comes in when I met him at a private island. We were on at some retreat in Croatia with an organization called Baby Bathwater. And we met each other, immediately hit it off. And what I noticed about Ollie that made the difference to me was he wasn't that classic, hey, train this and eat that and do this. It was more like, what are you trying to achieve? Why do you want to be healthy? And he knew about business. So for me, as a business turnaround specialist, I've been turning around companies for over 20 years in over 10 countries. Very successful work with celebrities. I've worked with politicians, party heads, world leaders, musicians, Andrea Bocelli, Mick Jagger, Olivia Newton-John, things like that. So I've had my experience, and I've had people come to me telling me what to do as far as fitness goes, but Ollie was the first one who said, look, your body is your business. So your business is 100% dependent on the health and the health of your body, which made sense to me. And I think we all know it intrinsically, but when it's put in your face like that, it's like, yeah, you know what? I see that I can't work as long, I can't sit as long, I can't stand as long if I'm not in shape like I used to be, especially when you get older in age. So enter Ollie. I signed up for his monthly program. I think it's a 6-month program minimum. I pay a certain amount a month, and it was getting me there. But I wanted to push. I wanted to boost. So I asked if I could get him over here for his 7-day, blueprint intensive, body intensive boot camp, whatever you want to call it. And this is the last day, and we're eating our last meal together. And I wanted to make sure that everyone knows what this is all about and how fantastic it is. I mean, literally, I'm frustrated. I mean, everyone says, Steve, you know what you're doing. You've been training for so many years. You know how to eat, but it wasn't working. So the one strength that I always try and keep honed and trained is asking for help. So I asked a guy who's almost 30, 40, like almost 20 years my junior for help. Why? Because he's in the new age of nutrition and fitness, and I wasn't. And he had the business mindset that I needed to look at fitness as something different than just something I'm doing to keep healthy. It actually helps my business to stay healthy. A few of the things that I needed to get used to was eating so much again. It's not because I'm trying to gain muscle, it's because I'm trying to lose fat and get what you would call ripped, but just lean. And getting used to eating all this food and actually investing in good food. So, a lot of times we'll buy a car, we'll buy a house, we'll buy jewels and diamonds for our wives or our husbands, but we'll save on the food. We'll go cheap. And that's a thing that I've sort of switched now, that I say, this is actually the most important thing. This is all we have is our health. So I like the fact that it was all done for me in 1 week here in my house. We cooked together, we trained together, we worked together, we walked together, we played together. Got to know my family, saw my habits, and saw where to give tips and tricks, where not to do what. And some of the typical ones that you probably know but don't realize is when you're on your phone at the table eating, you're eating without realizing you're eating because you're on your phone. So you literally eat quicker and enjoy it less and end up feeling hungry afterwards because you don't have the psychological satisfaction of eating. So that actually helped a lot.
And what are the results you've had in the last week?
Well, in the last week, the results, first of all, energy boost. I think it started like yesterday or the day before. Massive energy boost getting up in the morning. And I'm noticing that the more I'm eating now, the hungrier I'm getting. So that means my metabolism is really kicking in. But most of all, I lost just about over 5 pounds, just a little bit over 5 pounds in 7 days.
5.5.
Excuse me, 5.5 pounds in just over 7 days without dieting. Literally eating 4 times more than I was eating before. like this. A lot of greens, a lot of vegetables, some meat, not a lot, and then we have cycled carbs and protein. And that was another thing. I'm always a guy about high protein, low carbs. Well, not necessarily always the case. And I had to force myself to eat carbs at night before I go to bed here. And it actually, I woke up in the morning like, feeling great, like energy. It was something that I was completely against before, but I tried it because he was here. What else am I gonna do, right? He's right in front of me.
And if someone is on the fence about signing up with myself and going through the online and then the intensive route, what would you tell them?
There is no fence with fitness. There is no fence. Either you're on, or you're in the field of play, or you're out. There's no fence. We all know how hard it is to get in shape and to stay in shape, and how easy it is to fall off the fence back to the other side, where you just wither away to nothing and start doing one cheat day and then 3 and then 10, and I'll do it tomorrow. Next thing you know, it's next year, and you have 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds over. You know what I'm talking about, because I've had it. I once had 30 kilos over, which is like over almost 80 pounds. And it just happened in my mind overnight. And that's why I say there is no fence. Either you decide to make a difference in your life and in your business, or you don't. And I mean, for me, it's simple as that, right? I mean, I don't think it's a question. Either you have the intestinal fortitude to have to do what it takes to run your business and be healthy and be able to enjoy the business once you are to the point where you want to be. I mean, for me, that was key, because I spend a lot of time with my family. My family's very young. At 51, I have a 3 and a 4-year-old, so I want to be around for a while. So to do that, I need to eat right, train right, know what I'm doing, and Ollie was the man to make it happen. And I've tried a lot of trainers, online, offline, in front of you, back. I mean, it just out of control, like a lot, and a lot of diets, and a lot of supplements. This is the first one that worked within 7 days. Crazy.
And the last thing, finally, everything is clicking.
Yeah.
What made you start now rather than waiting? Because your business is going through one of the most successful periods ever.
Yeah.
What made you start now rather than waiting until you didn't feel too good?
Yeah. Well, I'm a firm believer of asking for help before you need it. And I realized that the growth that I'm going through now is going to put me in a stressful situation, because I'll be traveling more, speaking more on TV, more and things like that. So when that starts happening, I need to be in shape. I can't fly to 3 cities in 3 days, be on TV, be awake, look good, look nutritious, not pale and sagging eyes. I know that I have to be in the best shape of my life to be able to be be able to have the highest output of my life, to be in the most successful point of my life, and that's where I'm headed. And like you always say, your body's your business. Health is wealth. I mean, knowing that just because I'm healthy, I have a 40% more chance of being more wealthy. It's just, for me, that's enough to say, yeah, man, the 7 days, the investment compared to a return it's not even worth discussing. If you're on the fence about this, if you're thinking about, the monthly is, for anyone who cares, it's almost scarily cheap. But for the intensive, you couldn't get this anywhere for this price. Period.
Cool, I appreciate it.
I
appreciate being here this week, brother. And I look forward to seeing some amazing results on top of this.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. All right, everybody, have a fantastic one. And remember, your body is your business.